Chuck, Jim owns a home here in Louisville, but lives in another state and is about to sell it. His tax accountant suggested that he invest the properties into another investment, or the profits into another investment, as soon as possible. That way he can avoid paying taxes on the profits. He's wondering, if he makes $100,000 on the sale of the house, can the closing attorney, hold that money? So would you hold that money in an escrow account until he needs it for the purchase of his new home in his new state? He says it could take 60 or 90 days to be able to close. Is that even a possibility for somebody?
Not in that fashion. What it sounds like is everybody's skirting around the issue of a 1031 tax-deferred exchange. If this is investment property and he's going to exchange it for a like-kind property, doesn't have to be in the same state, just has to be a like-kind, and he's owned it for the sufficiently long period of time, then what he can do is, at closing, they assign the contract over to a qualified intermediary. Okay, that qualified intermediary will hold the money until the other property is designated, and then disperse the money when they close on the new property. There's some time frames involved, since you mentioned days. Yeah. He has 45 days from the date of closing to actually find the replacement property. And then he has the remainder of 180 days to close on it. Okay, but typically, you wouldn't get the closing attorney to do that. What you would do is get, I've got this one guy, I don't know that we're supposed to give names on here, but I always send, Steve Frank. Steve is awesome at this. Yeah. And I will regularly, when somebody asks me they want to do this, I'll say, give Steve a call, and we'll hook him up, and then Steve acts as the qualified intermediary. But yes, that can be done, just not quite in that exact way.
And what if it's not a 1031 exchange? If he's just looking to buy another house and doesn't want to pay taxes on the profits, isn't that a misnomer that he would be paying if he's reinvesting within an X amount of years?
There's
not a tax accountant.
Yeah, that's why God created CPAs. But I'll tell you, that doesn't sound accurate.
Yeah, what his advice is what you're saying.
Yeah, that doesn't sound accurate.
Yeah, I would talk to a tax accountant who will give
talk
you
to a CPA.
Right, that would be probably the best way to go. Yeah.